จะล่วงแล้วโอเคนั่นนะครับไปแล้วล่วงแล้วนี่เอ้ยทั้งตึกเลยตัดเอ้ย
And these unnerving videos will show us just how mankind always tries to outsmart nature.
น้ำร้อน
There were scenes of nurses trying to save babies in hospitals during the earthquake. Amazing footage, and people who barely escaped with their life. We are going to look at why some buildings came crashing down to the ground, while other buildings sort of stood their ground and just kept swaying to the music. I'll show you videos that display the awesome strength and physics behind earthquakes. And here's another very scary one right here. So this crane, at the same time that you can see the water tower is emptying its contents from the top of the building. And so here's another view of it, and you can see why I always warn people about staying away from cranes, even when there's not an earthquake.
เนี่ยแผ่นดินไหวเหรอวะดูไฟระเบิดมันระเบิดแล้วอะจะล่วงแล้วโอเคนั่นนะครับไปแล้วล่วงแล้วนี่เอ้ยทั้งตึกเลยตัดเอ้ย
Based on the reports, this was the only tower we know of that collapsed in Bangkok. And it was built in a partnership between the Italian-Thai Development PCO and the China Railway No. 10 Engineering Group. So that should tell you something right there.
ตึกสตงที่ปออ่ะแล้วคนเป็นไรปะวะไอ้เหี้ยคนงานบานเลย
So the building had been topped out a year before in April 2024, and it was only 30% done in construction when it collapsed. This was the State Audit Office building under construction. But here you can see it coming down, and there goes the crane. And then here is another clip taken from down the street from a different angle. And this one doesn't show the collapse, but you can see when they zoom in, you can see the crane is swaying front to back big time. And here's another view from the street. You can hear the people just panicking as they run away.
น้ำร้อน
Now this video shows it with the best clarity of where and how it started. It looks like it started up near the top. And we're going to show this again in slow motion so we can analyze the top of it there. I slowed it down 5x here for you so you can see the progression of the collapse from the roof. It's when a building is pancaking. This is a classic pancaking. It just comes straight down. Now this is by far the closest and clearest video showing it collapsing from the bottom, right at the construction site. You see that? That's a cloud of dust that is starting there. And this also looks like it might be bending here, like it's giving away at this point, whatever this is. But it looks like it's something that's still under construction at the bottom, and even though this building was capped off a year ago. The idea is to isolate the building's movement from the Earth's movement below. Here's another example here of some other things that they've tried. The one on the right seems to be the one that we saw the most in action there on some of those videos in Thailand, where the tall condominiums just swayed left and right, but yet they didn't snap, they didn't break, and they certainly didn't collapse like that embarrassment of a 33-story building in Thailand 600 miles away. You may have seen this clip going around on the news. I'm sure pretty much everybody's seen it by now. But they didn't show you as long as what I have. I have the full-length clip that I'm going to show you, because they just showed you a few seconds of it. And I wanted to show you some of the things that happened that the news people did not point out to you. So here's some people hanging out in their pool there, and finally they got wise and decided to climb out. That was probably the best decision they could have made. And luckily, they also left the pool deck area, because had this entire pool collapsed and gone overboard, off to the side there, they could have been siphoned out along with the water. In fact, you just saw the lady fall down a second ago there, so there was already water going in both directions there. So this could have been really deadly. Now, I want you to take a look at this here.
มันจะหลุดแล้วน่ะจะล่วงแล้วเคนนะครับไปแล้วล่วงแล้วพี่เอ้ยทั้งตึกเลยสัตว์เอ้ยตึกสตงที่ปผอ่ะแล้วคนเป็นไรปะวะเหี้ยคนงานบานเลย
And check out this view. This is another one of those penthouse pools viewed from an adjacent building, and you can just see how much water goes gushing over the side there. Look at this, man. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest developments.